Let's add a test to make sure that the input objects for transactions, when they're signed, are created. To do so, we'll add a test to the transaction testing class. So in other words, go to transaction.test.js because we're going to add a new test within here. Our test will make sure that the input object within the transaction has an amount which matches the balance of the wallet. And this, by extension, proves that the input is there itself. So let's add a new test after the output section that says it inputs the balance of the wallet. And then we have our callback arrow function as usual. For the actual expectation, we'll check whether the transaction input amount matches the wallet's balance. So we're going to expect that if we look at the transaction input object and then we look at its amount, we want that to equal the wallet.balance since we use the wallet to generate the transaction. Excellent. That covers the one test for looking at the input object. Now let's run the testing script in the command line and check if it passes. So in the command line, execute npm run test if you don't already have it running in the background. And then great, the test should pass, which means that indeed an input object for the transaction has been created, containing the relevant amount. Next, we have the digital signature within this input object to check. However, we'll test this functionality once we add signature verification to the project. By verifying signatures, we can ensure that only the holders of a private key generated the signature present on a piece of data, or in other words, present on the transaction. So let's get to signature verification next.